God's War by Kameron Hurley. Read by Kate Harper. Listen to me, you islands. Hear this, you distant nations. Before I was born, God called me. From my birth he has made mention of my name. He made my mouth like a sharpened sword. In the shadow of his hand he hid me. He made me into a polished arrow, and concealed me in his quiver. He said to me, "You are my servant, Israel, in whom I will display my splendor." But I said, "I have labored to no purpose. I have spent my strength in vain and for nothing. Yet what is due me is in the Lord's hand, and my reward is with my God." Bible, Isaiah, chapter 49, verses 1 to 4. Say, "My prayer and my sacrifice and my life and my death are surely for Allah, the Lord of the worlds." Quran, Surah 6, verse 162. Part 1. Beldam. Chapter 1. Nyack sold her womb, somewhere between Punjai and Faline, on the edge of the desert. Drunk, but no longer bleeding, she pushed into a smoky cantina just after dark, and ordered a pinch of morphine and a whiskey chaser. She bet all of her money on a boxer named Jax, and lost it 2 rounds later, when Jax hit the floor like an antique harem girl. Nyack's lost every coin, a wad of opium, and the wine she'd gotten from the butcher's as a bonus for her womb. But she did get Jax into bed, and, loser or not, in the desert, after dark, that was something. "What are you after?" Jax murmured in her good ear. They lay tangled in the sheets like old lovers, a losing boxer with a poor right hook and a tendency to drop her left, and a wombless hunter bereft of money, weapons, food, and most of her clothing. "I'm looking for my sister," Nyack said. It was partly the truth. She was looking for something else, too, something worth a lot more, and Jax was going to help her get it. The midnight call to prayer rolled out over the desert. It started somewhere out in Faline and moved in a slow wave from mosque muezzin to village mullah to town crier, certain as a swarm of locusts, ubiquitous as the name of God. "Don't tell anyone," Nyack said, "what I'm about to tell you." Nyack woke some time after dawn prayer, with a hangover and what felt like a wad of cotton in her belly. Dropping the womb had bought her some time. A day, maybe more if the butchers were smart enough to sell it before her bloody sisters sniffed her out. She'd shaken them in Punjai when she dumped the womb, along with the rest of her coin. Jax was long gone, off to catch a ride to Faline with the agricultural traffic. Nyack was headed that way too, but she hadn't said a word of that to Jax. She wanted her next meeting with Jax to be a pleasant surprise. Mysterious women were attractive. Stalkers and groupies were not. Nyack had tracked this woman too long to lose it all by being overly familiar. Some days Nyack was a beldam, an honored, respected, and deadly government-funded assassin. Other days she was just a butcher, a hunter, a woman with nothing to lose, and the butcher had a bounty to bring in. The sun bled across the big, angry sky. The call box at the cantina was busted, so Nyack walked. The way was unpaved, mostly sand and gravel. Her feet were bruised, bleeding, and bare, but she hadn't felt much of anything down there in a good long while. Back at the butcher's, she had traded her good sandals for directions out of the flesh pots, too dopey to figure the way out on her own. Under the burnous, she wore little more than a dhoti and breast binding. She had an old baldric, too, her dead partner's. All the sheaths were empty, and had been for some time. She remembered
Sample complete. Ready to continue?